Okay, welcome back to Nick Lenz's Doctor Who review, episode number 14. Now, this one, we're jumping ahead, apparently the air date of this one's quite interesting. This apparently aired, 9 months after the last story aired. Why the heck they did this, I have no idea. We're going back to 1982, roughly 6 years before I was born, with the very first story of Peter Davison's tenure as the Doctor. This is Castrovalva. And yes, in case you're curious though, yes, that's the Master. This is the Master story. Now, this one picks up right where this story left off, Legopolis. Yeah, it picks up mostly exactly left off where the Doctor just regenerated from Tom Baker to Peter Davison. And of course, they're trying to run away from the police at the Pathos Project. I don't know if this particular thing actually exists. I have no idea. So, they try running away, and then looking up an ambulance shows because the Doctor is not very well. And of course, they try to arrest Adric, Nyssa, and Tegan. What reason? Possibly trespassing. That's my personal guess. But since when is trespassing involving frisking people? I mean, did they kill anybody? No, that was the Master. He killed people, but not the Doctor. No. And though they put the Doctor in the ambulance, and of course Nyssa and Tegan do steal the ambulance, Adric does briefly stay behind, though they have Nyssa, the Doctor, and Tegan get inside the TARDIS, but Adric is taken by... Well, then the Master shows up in his TARDIS, which is in the form of a column, shocks everybody, though they get Adric and they get able to get away. The Doctor's not exactly himself, so he proceeds to trying to find this place called the Zero Room. And along the way, he decides to tear up his clothing. Yes, he proceeds to destroy the scarf that the Doctor mysteriously got at the start of the previous season. Now, there is this producer named John Nathan Turner. I have heard about this guy. I've never in person. Apparently, the only pictures I've seen of him is that he wore Hawaiian shirts. From information I have heard from some reports online, apparently that's what he wore a lot of the time people saw him. And he took over with the final season of Tom Baker's run, and he pretty much was the executive producer on the series up until the final season. Yep, and I don't know if he was the one who picked, well, it wasn't like with Peter Davison's successor, Colin Baker, or apparently I heard he just picked him randomly at a party. Yeah, I'm not kidding about that. He just met at a party, and somehow he was announced as new Doctor without doing a proper stuff you do, like a casting call. They do that with Professor McCoy, mind you. And interesting thing comes with Peter Davison. He's also the youngest person to meet a Doctor at 29. Yep, 29. Now, the Doctor proceeds to tear up the scarf and he takes off his shoes. Fun fact about the shoes. Despite the fact that, yes, these are technically in continuity, these are the same shoes that Tom Baker wore, but not really. These are actually not the same shoes Tom Baker wore because apparently, from what I heard, when he left the show, he took those shoes with him. And these are duplicate shoes. And the Doctor proceeds to tear up his coat. And, of course, he lays pieces on the floor just to see where he's going. And eventually he comes across a changing room. And then he changes into his outfit, which is simply this. Now, he would wear this outfit for pretty much the first 2 of his 3 years because they actually switched outfits for his final season. As far as I know, he's not the only Doctor to do this. If you look at, let's say, Patrick Troughton, he wore the same outfit throughout his 3 years. In the case of John Pertwee, he went through a few different outfits, mostly, but they mostly remain the same. Tom Baker mostly stuck to the same outfit, with the exception of a couple alterations. The only other Doctors, per se, aside from Patrick Troughton, who kept the same outfit from the start to finish, have been Colin Baker, though they did give an update for the Big Finish one, and Sylvester McCoy. Though they did update his outfit for the movie, but on the show, he kept the same outfit. And it's also kind of the same thing with New Who. Eccleston had the same outfit the whole period of time. Tennyson did change his outfit once in the show. Matt Smith, as far as I can tell, he kept most of the same outfit. I think he changed it once. In the case of Peter Capaldi, I believe he kept the same outfit the whole period of time. I think he changed his coat once, but that was it. Jodie Whittaker, the current Doctor, as far as I can tell, she has not changed her outfit. The only slight alteration she made to it was adding a scarf for the first New Year's Day special for her, which features Return of the Daleks. But yeah, so he gets this new outfit. He still has the question mark on the collar this time, not basically the same type of shirt that, well, Tom Baker was wearing. Now, the whole thing with the question mark on the collar, that was a John Nathan Turner idea. And now I have to stop. Yep. To be continued. Yep. To be continued in part 2. Yep. Part 2. Unexpectedly, of course.